Salam, salam. Yo, guys, welcome back again today. And today we're going to be talking about why I love Ethiopian women. Why I love Ethiopian women. You guys know that this is a series to empower black women around the world. So I talk about women that I've met or dated or, met and dated because I'm not married. So met or dated or are friends with. And today I want to talk about Ethiopian women. Now, the first thing we have to understand is that Ethiopia is very vast, right? There's 80 different ethnic groups or tribes, if you know it as that, in Ethiopia. So every person in Ethiopia is not exactly the same. They don't have the exact same traditions, but Ethiopia brings them all together as a country, right? So I just want to talk from a very broad, I guess, field of view, because I can't cover all 80 ethnic groups and tribes and how they act in Ethiopia, but this is just like a consensus, or at least what I've experienced from a lot of different groups throughout Ethiopia, and the overlying tone of how I think a lot of Ethiopian women would act regardless of what ethnic group in Ethiopia. So the first thing that I want to talk about is I want to talk about how humble and how nice that Ethiopian women are. All the Ethiopian women that I've come across have always been very, very nice, has always been very caring, and have always had mad respect and just a lot of life inside of them, a lot of joy. Like, I have never met an Ethiopian girl that was like really sad and mad. Of course, I know that there probably are some, but I've never met one that was like that. I've always met Ethiopian girls that were very like upbeat and happy and love to sing, love to dance, like love life. And that's one of the reasons that I love Ethiopian women a lot, because they just love life. The ones that I've met, they love life, So I just wanted to talk about how humble they are, and also, how quiet they are and how subtle they are. Ethiopian girls are very quiet to me. Of course, they can be louder when they dance and they're having fun, but for the most part, Ethiopian girls are very like quiet and I think soft-spoken, and they're very polite when they speak and very loving when they speak. And that's another reason why I love Ethiopian women. Those are really, really good traits, because we can all be loud. We all of African descent, so we all dance, we all sing, and we can, all be elevated in our voices sometimes. But I like when a woman can be elevated and have fun, but can also be sweet and kind, and just talk to you with respect and not with a sense of combativeness, or like always having a bad mood, or always being in a bad mood, or always arguing. So that's another reason why I love Ethiopian women. Now, another thing that I love so much are the traditional dances. There are 80 different ethnic groups, and there's different dances throughout Ethiopia. So, even though Ethiopia is a country, I don't want you guys to think that Ethiopia is as simple as just saying that, hey, all these people are in Ethiopia. There are different traditions and different dances in Ethiopia that make up this country. And some of the dances that I really love so much are like Oromo dances, like the Shigoya. I love these dances so much. They're so beautiful, and there's so many different kind of traditional dances throughout different ethnic groups in Ethiopia. I love them so much. I love all the ethnic groups in Ethiopia. I think that they're all beautiful in their own way, and I never ever want you guys to think that I'm just balling it up to what somebody knows as the typical Ethiopian, I guess, or how a typical Ethiopian looks, because there's different ethnic groups amongst Ethiopia, and there's different looks amongst Ethiopia as well, so we can never forget different ethnic groups. I've did videos on different ethnic groups, and I just love how many different traditional dances there are in the Ethiopian nation. And I love the women. I love the women when they dance. They're so elegant when they dance. There's actually a traditional dance too, where they shake their hair back and forth, and they spin their hair around and around in a circle. There's so many different kind of traditional dances that the women do that are beautiful, and of course the men do it as well. But this video is about or addressed to the Ethiopian women, and why I love Ethiopian women, and to describe it to the rest of the world. Now that leads me to my next point, and another reason I love Ethiopian women. This is one of the reasons that I love Ethiopian women. I love Ethiopian women because a lot of Ethiopian women, not all, but I would say a lot, more like the majority, unless they're maybe outside of Ethiopia. And even Ethiopia, you can't say everybody does something in the country. But I love Ethiopian women because they wear their natural hair. They wear their natural hair, and I love their natural hair so much because there's different styles that they put their hair in. There's different traditional styles that belongs to different ethnic groups. So, and there's some styles like in Ethiopia, they wear their hair to where they have braids, and then they let part of their hair out in the back. And there's just different styles that they do that I really, really love. I think that it's so dope when black people keep their natural hair, you know, when they wear their natural hair and they're very proud of it. And I really love Ethiopian women for that because they wear their natural hair. I wear my natural hair. I have an afro. Some people, you know, we're all black people, we're all African people, we have different textures, and we should love our texture. And I love that Ethiopian people or women love their hair, and they wear their hair very natural and they let it grow out really long. I mean, I just think that's so dope because I think that we should be proud of who we are, and I don't think that we should ever, you know, make another group make us hate our own hair, even if it's a huge afro, or if it's curly hair, or if it's kinky and curly, or if it's, you know, more naturally straight, or if it's more naturally kinky or afro or huge. Like, I think it's all beautiful, or braids or locks. Like, we should definitely embrace it, and I love that Ethiopian women embrace their natural hair. Now let's talk about traditional clothing. There's a lot of different traditional clothing. I'm getting so good to where I can definitely tell the difference between certain ethnic groups in Ethiopia. So as soon as I see the clothing, I can know. I'll be like, hey, this is a Roma person, or this is that person. Maybe everybody that's watching this video might not be that versed at it, but I'm getting pretty good at it. I can't say every ethnic group in Ethiopia. I don't know if I can like look at everyone and be like, oh, this is from these people, but I feel like I can do most or a lot. And that brings me to my point of traditional clothing. Traditional clothing in Ethiopia, I think, are some of the most beautiful clothing in Africa. And it's so elegant. There's so many different kinds of clothing. There's so many different kinds of ways that Ethiopian women wear it, from the scarves that they wear around their head to, you know, just dresses that they wear, traditional dresses, regardless of what ethnic group they come from. There's different kind of traditional dresses, and I just love the variety and culture amongst Ethiopian women all throughout Ethiopia. In every part of Ethiopia, I love how they have different traditional clothing, which leads me to my next thing. I love how they respect their elders. They're very respectful to their elders, and you know, that's a big deal because I think all of us love our family, but some people might not take care of their elders as much as other people do. And I just love that Ethiopian women never really abandon their elders, and they treat them with high respect. I always think that if you treat your elders with high respect, that will tell something about somebody of how they treat other people. So, you know, elders are, you know, your present ancestors. They're not passed away yet to be your ancestors, but they're your present ancestors. They're still living. So I think you should take care of them. That just tells a lot about a woman and how caring she is if she doesn't, you know, just throw, you know, her mother, her father, or her grandma, her granddad to the wayside, like some cultures do, to where they don't take care of their grandparents. So that's a big deal. I really love that about Ethiopian women as well. That brings me to my next point about food. I love to eat. I know I'm a little bit slimmer. I ain't fat or nothing, but I do like to eat, and I do like food. And I really love that Ethiopian women can cook. Ethiopian women are taught from a young age to cook. And, you know, I've experienced this firsthand, and Ethiopian women can cook very, very good food. I love Ethiopian food. If you guys haven't tried it, you definitely don't know what you're missing. You need to try Ethiopian food. It's very, very good. I love it, you know, so I'm going to be biased because anything I like, I'm going to be like, yo, like, I like it. But at least I'm not trying to be biased. I'm just going to promote it. But Ethiopian women can cook, and I love that about Ethiopian women because a woman that can cook is something that a man values, because a woman that wants to take care of a man's stomach is a woman that cares about a man. Just like me as a man, I would want to take care of my woman or my girlfriend or my wife. And, you know, obviously I cook. So, you know, I'm not saying every man cooks, but I cook. So I would cook for my, you know, significant other as well. But something about a woman cooking for a man and, you know, making sure that a man is fed is something that's really dear to a man. And maybe some men out here don't really understand, like, how important that is, or how much that means that a woman cares for you. But it really does mean a woman cares for you, because every woman's not going to get up and just make you food all the time unless they truly care about you. So I really love that Ethiopian women, you know, learn from young age how to cook, and that they cook. And food is such a big staple in the Ethiopian culture, because I feel like when you share food, you share culture, and you share, you know, different kinds of stories from the past. You share your ancestors' stories, and you also share, you know, just life in general, everything you're going through, and emotions and things of that nature. So I think food is very important, and that Ethiopian women cook at all, and good food. Yo, come on, you can't lose with Ethiopian women. So guys, I just wanted to tell you that I love Ethiopian women. You know, this is my series about different kind of black women, and yo, shout out to all the Ethiopian women, you know what I'm saying? And if you guys ever have a Ethiopian woman and she's a good woman, yo, make sure you call her Hode, and make sure you call her Kanjo every day, you know what I'm saying? And if you guys don't, you probably should, because Ethiopian women are a treasure in this world. And, you know, black women are just a treasure, guys. You got to just be respectful and thankful that we have these beautiful women in our world. You know what I'm saying? So guys, as always, like, subscribe, and comment. If you guys have not subscribed, please go down there and subscribe. Yo, we're going to keep building the empire. We're going to keep building the kingdom, and we're going to eventually become the empire. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you like, subscribe. Actually, turn on the bell notification. I think right next to the subscription button, there's a bell notification. Click that. It's a little bell. Click that so you guys will never miss any of the content that I put out. I got a lot of dope videos coming soon. It's springtime, finally. So, yo, there's going to be a lot of dope videos that I'm going to push out. Festivals, trying food, cultural interactions, all kind of stuff for us and our people. So, yo, guys, until next time, add me on all my social medias, Snapchat, SoundCloud, Instagram, Facebook, and what am I missing? Twitter. I always forget Twitter. All Afric Network, each one teach one, always stick together, always talk to each other and try to understand each other rather than hating each other and fighting each other. And until next time, yo, peace to Ethiopia. One love.
What's up? What's up?
Hey.
Shalom.
What up?
Hi.
We both